Welcome back to Daytime. We're going to talk about cheering. We're talking with Maya Worthing and Emily Brownrigg. They are from the Black Widow Cheer Gym. Welcome. We actually also have some very fit young ladies outside cheering as we speak, and we're going to be able to scoot on over to them with our fancy cameras every once in a while to see what they're doing. Welcome to Daytime. There's some exciting stuff happening for you guys. I think my first question is, when I first saw you guys, I'm like, Black Widow Cheer Gym. What an original name. And I know, Emily, that you know sort of the history behind the name of it.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
So whenever our gym owner, Larry, was opening the gym in 2003, he wanted a name that really fit the idea that cheerleading is a female-dominated sport. So he chose the Black Widow Spider because it's a dominant female in the nation.
I think that's fabulous. Now, we're already seeing on the screen, the girls are really doing their thing out there. It's really exciting. I think some of us, forget that cheering really is a sport, isn't it? You guys work really hard. Grab the microphone, yeah.
Yeah, so cheerleading's a sport and it has many different aspects in it. It's kind of like a combined sport. So it has tumbling, jumping, stunting, and dancing.
Wow.
So it's kind of like an acro gymnastics thing that we turned into our own.
Wow, that's really interesting. So that there's a lot of different moves in there that are kind of borrowed from all those other sports, and you all combine it together for what you do.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. So are there many cheer gyms in Ottawa, or is it just you guys?
There's a few cheer gyms in Ottawa.
Really interesting. Now, what's exciting for you is that you're on your way to the NCAA Nationals in Dallas in February. What does that mean? It's like cheer gyms competing against others?
Yeah, so NCAA Nationals is a competition in Dallas, Texas. It's the Nationals for the U.S., and our gym, Black Widow, has never been there before, and we're very excited to be going for the first time, and it's like our chance to compete against the best of the best in our division.
Wonderful. Emily, if I want to ask you, what kind of training gets involved? What's involved in what you do in training for something like that for these nationals?
Well, for cheerleading, we practice twice a week right now, 2.5 hours each. Girls are expected to come in for an extra hour with their strength groups to practice and make sure everything's consistent. And then on top of that, girls come in for an extra hour and a half, 2 hours for tumbling each week. So it's a big commitment. And then right now we're in the summer season, but during the competition season, which is from I'd say November to May, girls are coming in almost every day to make sure everything's ready to go.
Really? And so, I have a niece who's a gymnast, and there's so many things that happen with them because they work really hard, these girls, and they do these jumps, and you have injuries every once in a while. How do you cope with something like that? Because that can happen because you're training really hard. All athletes do. How do you cope when somebody in your team gets injured?
That's the thing about cheerleading. Everyone is super important. So whenever someone's injured, it really can bring down the team sometimes. But actually, Black Widow is really lucky because we have a huge gym. So there's always different girls and sometimes boys that we can pull from other levels to make sure that everyone's ready to go.
Wonderful. So when you compete in this kind of competition, the Nationals, does it have to be a set amount of people on your team?
Yeah, so our team can go up to 24 people.
Okay.
We currently have 21, I think.
Wow.
And yeah, so we can put different girls in the team depending if someone gets injured.
Now I'm looking at that where she was way up on one leg, being held up by 3 other girls. You also have to be really strong because every once in a while one of you is propped up high and all of you are hanging on to this one person.
Yeah.
Right? Do you find that you do other kinds of training to help with this as well, like fitness or running or jogging or weightlifting?
Yeah, so in the summer before each practice, we go on a 2.6 kilometer run, and then we do our practice and we just work on all of our stunts and tumbling, and then at the end of practice we usually do conditioning.
Beautiful. And look at that, you can't be afraid of heights, right? Because you're getting thrown. There's some actual throwing going on with some of these young ladies.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah? That's got to be a little bit scary. Okay, so Team Love. Is that the name of your team?
Yes.
So for the competition?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what you're going to take with you?
Yeah, so Love is our team. We're comprised of the 21 girls. We're aged 13 to 30. And our team is really amazing because we have...
That's interesting, 13 to 30, so there really isn't an age gap. Is it like that for most cheer teams, or just for you guys, what you chose?
International Open's really special division because it allows the younger girls to be with older girls. So on our team, we have a pretty even mix of rookies and veterans, which is awesome because the rookies have a really good role model to look up to.
Okay, I think that's really interesting. So Team Love. So the NCAA Nationals are coming up, but so are the Worlds. Those are happening in Orlando in 2018.
Yes.
Is that a really big deal too, huh?
Yeah, so the Cheerleading Worlds, they hosted in ESPN Disney.
Okay.
And so to go to that competition, you need to gain a bid, which is an invitation to the competition.
Okay.
And so we compete to get the bid. And last season we got it in December, and we're hoping to get it again in December, because that's usually the time that you get it.
That you get the bid?
That you aim to get it, yeah.
Okay.
And all season you look forward to that competition and work to go to that competition because it's your last competition as a team.
Really interesting. I think a lot of people assume that, you know, we think of cheerleading sort of like that old-fashioned thing that we see on TV, and there's a lot of like shouting and screaming, and you know, has that changed over the years, or is that the same sort of idea?
Well, there's two types of cheerleading. There's all-star and then the type that cheers on other teams. So we do all-star. And so usually when you think of cheerleading, the type of cheerleading that comes to mind is like cheering on a football team.
Ah, that's the difference.
Yeah, so that's a different kind of cheerleading.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, Emily, I'm going back to you. Someone's watching us at home, they're thinking, you know what? I would love to do this, or my daughter or my son would, because boys too should be on the cheer team. They'd really love to do this. How can somebody get involved?
Honestly, just come to the gym. It's at 1580 Michael Street, really close to Saint Laurent Shopping Mall.
Okay.
And yeah, just drop in, talk to our office manager, Liza, or meet with our gym owner, Larry or Tessa, and just talk to them. Let them know that you're interested, and they'll set you up with a practice.
And is there a way to do it so that, like, because sometimes there's gymnastics, competitive and non-competitive. Can it be a little bit like that with the cheering as well? So sometimes it can be really serious, 5 days a week of training, and sometimes it's just for fun?
For sure, yeah. We have some recreational teams. We have junior ones and senior ones, so there's really a spot for anyone.
Isn't that interesting? All right, so what we're going to do is send everybody to the website if they want to learn more about the gym, Black Widow Cheer Gym, all stuck together, of course, .com. That's where you can get information about the cheer gym. We're going to wish you the best of luck. So the NCAA Nationals in February in Dallas, such a great city, and then the Worlds in Orlando. We're going to cross our fingers, and maybe if you get the bid, you can come back in December and talk to us a little bit about it. Sounds good?
Yeah.
Good luck, ladies.
Thanks
All
so
right,
much.
it's time for another break, and when we come back, we're going to talk to Dr. Hamid, and we're talking about staying healthy throughout all of our favorite summer activities. Stay with us. You're watching Daytime.